Around 6:38 a.m. on April 10, 2020, Troop Dispatch got a call from the Sebastian County Sheriff's Office. They needed backup in a pursuit of a black pickup truck. This truck had blown through several red lights and was driving on the shoulder of Highway 71, passing cars illegally. The chase started a couple of minutes earlier, around 6:36 a.m., near Ingersoll Circle and Highway 71. A Forest Service officer initially started the pursuit, and county deputies joined in shortly after. The chase went south of Witcherville. Then the suspect doubled back north on Highway 71. Just past the end of the 4-lane, near Young Ridge Road, it was 6:47 a.m., and an officer spotted the suspect's truck flying north. 3 police cars were already following the pickup as it came onto the 4-lane. Those units pulled off to the right, and this officer took over as the lead car. They radioed dispatch saying they were going to try a pit maneuver. But as the officer pulled alongside the suspect's truck, the driver swerved hard, trying to ram the police car and block the pit. Upper Highway 71 with the road clear. The officer tried several times to get in position for a pit maneuver, but the suspect kept weaving across lanes, sometimes slamming on the brakes, all while going over 90. At Highway 10 Spur, the suspect dangerously drove on the shoulder, passing multiple cars.
Coming up on you there, 14. He's going through the light. Coming up on you there, 14. He's going through the light.
Coming up on Highway 45 East, the suspect again drove on the shoulder, passing more cars. As the officer tried to get around traffic on the inside shoulder, Trooper Ellis took over the lead in the chase, just as the suspect blew through the intersection of 71 and 45. Ellis tried to pit the truck a few times, but the suspect's crazy driving made it impossible.
It sounds like Sebastian is backing out and leaving it with 13 and 14. Sample, what's the 2014? I'm sorry, 3. Calling it. Traffic is too thick.
Near the intersection of 71 and 0 Street, the suspect cut across a parking lot to skip the intersection and took off east on 0 Street. They sped through several more intersections, putting drivers in danger. Then, near 66th Street, the suspect swerved into oncoming traffic, forcing cars to swerve to avoid a head-on collision.
They were able to put up spikes on them.
Just before the east driveway entrance to Ben Guerin Park, Trooper Ellis successfully executed a pit maneuver.
Cool thing, you get up there and get him stopped. If he's driving on the other side of the road, we need to get him stopped. I don't care if it's brake taking you. Just go stop as soon as there's an opening. Stop as soon as there's an opening on the highway. Get him stopped.
Okay, he's got him stopped and it's
Stopped.
okay, he's got him stopped and it's go ahead and start EMS. Unfortunately, we crashed out here right in front of Ben Guerin.
The impact sent the suspect's vehicle rolling over. Trooper Ellis's car collided with the suspect's truck, went airborne, and then landed upside down. The suspect was pronounced dead at the scene, and Trooper Ellis was transported to a hospital for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries.
27.
Around 1:23 a.m. on June 28, 2024, Arkansas state troopers were alerted to assist in the pursuit of a black pickup truck fleeing from police. 2 patrol cars positioned themselves to intercept the truck. As soon as the vehicle appeared, the troopers immediately joined the chase. Trooper Alexandria Duncan managed to close in on the fleeing vehicle, which was traveling at nearly 90 miles per hour. However, she did not attempt a pit maneuver. It's possible that she chose not to do so for safety reasons, or perhaps there was another factor that prevented her from taking that action.
Just be advised, one of the city units does have a cane line. It is 37 right now,
The driver maintained a speed of between 90 and 100 miles per hour, weaving erratically across lanes to prevent officers from approaching. Despite the driver's evasive maneuvers, law enforcement remained in pursuit, searching for an opportune moment to safely stop the vehicle.
Yeah, we're east, correct, west of the bridges. We're coming up to a tree ground. Right now, right there, tomorrow.
At an off-ramp, the driver attempted to make a high-speed left turn, but lost control of the vehicle and crashed
Into a utility pole. The driver immediately exited the vehicle and fled the scene. Officers, along with a K-9 unit, quickly pursued and
apprehended the suspect.
Well, I got to change it off also.
Wheel, trying to catch you, Around 11 a.m. on September 9th, 2021, Trooper Matthew Price was driving north on Highway 59 and Highway 348. He heard over the radio that Corporal Bowman was chasing a small black car and giving updates on the chase. Price turned around to help. The pursuit went into Fort Smith, where Price learned Bowman had crashed his car. Van Buren PD took over the pursuit. Then Trooper Josh Porter reported the car was heading north on Midland Avenue, back towards Van Buren. Hey, turning right, going back towards Street. The pursued vehicle passed Trooper Price, still traveling northbound on Midland Avenue, with a Van Buren officer in pursuit. Trooper Price turned around to join the chase. He crossed the Midland Bridge into Van Buren and saw that Van Buren officers had the vehicle stopped at the bridge's base. As he approached the bridge, the vehicle drove around the Van Buren officers and turned southbound on Highway 59. Trooper Price pulled behind the vehicle and notified dispatch that he was now in pursuit. Black Chevrolet, 464 and dripping wild, what's it ready for the we paid for it at the Chicago, down, speed, they are speeding, traffic super, Under I-540, the car looked like it was going to turn north onto Twin Circle Drive. As it started the turn, Trooper Price performed a pit maneuver, trying to stop it. But the driver regained control and took off. It made 21. He has rather not that. The vehicle weaved recklessly through traffic in an attempt to escape, at times sideswiping other vehicles. Stop that lot there. Heavy cruise and let them
West on F. Stay for.
I'm coming up on 50.
Price continued the pursuit as the car turned south onto Co-op Drive from Twin Circle. He then performed 2 quick pit maneuvers, the second of which successfully stopped the vehicle.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up right now!
Price ordered the driver out, but she refused, repeatedly reaching between the seats despite rolling down the windows. As TFC Porter arrived, the driver still refused to show her hands or exit. Price pulled her from the car, and her head struck Porter's push bumper during the extraction. Even on the ground she resisted handcuffs, but they were eventually secured. Price noticed she was bleeding from her head and called for an ambulance, then bandaged her wound. The driver was identified as Angela McConnell, wanted on a felony warrant. Her passenger, Brandy Stanhouse, also had multiple warrants. While being treated in the ambulance, McConnell kicked a paramedic, Dalton Edwards.
Passed me doing about 120 at Blackwell at the 104 eastbound.
38 in the lead to 37.
At about 5:07 p.m. on January 28, 2025, Trooper Robert Neese spotted a speeding motorcycle on E40 near mile marker 104, going 105 miles per hour. The driver appeared to notice the trooper. Corporal Destin Linkus also radioed in about the same motorcycle driving recklessly near Blackwell. When Neese tried to pull it over, the motorcycle sped off.
Yeah, 10 Porter X, just staying off the radio. Coming up on the 107 at 140 at the Gold and Blackpool.
Shoulders, clear, clear, clear.
Passing the 110 turnaround.
Trooper Neese radioed in the pursuit at 5:07 p.m. The motorcycle displayed no registration tags. The driver fled at speeds exceeding 140 miles per hour, driving recklessly, splitting lanes between tractor trailers, and passing on the shoulder multiple times. The pursuit continued from approximately mile marker 104 to 118 before being terminated due to traffic and loss of visual contact.
After calling off the first chase, Linkus and Neese headed east into Faulkner County to help other troopers who had picked up the motorcycle again near mile marker 124. Sergeant Gabe Monroe then took over the pursuit, chasing the motorcycle east to the 132 exit. Or you break the do nothing in their step. Hey down in 132. Right as Sergeant Gabe Monroe began the second pursuit, the motorcycle collided with another vehicle. Seemingly unfazed, the driver accelerated, continuing to flee at over 100 miles per hour, weaving through traffic. That's only 1.4. Tachometer's baby on the shoulder could be about 4 persons.
Is all I got, man.
Moreover, at exit 132, after making a left turn, the motorcycle was still popping a wheelie, seemingly taunting the police.
Lady Mary, Dodge has drive out there. Little one a bit. Little did he know, this was his undoing. After the wheelie, the motorcycle noticeably decelerated, creating an opportunity for Sergeant Gabe Monroe to close in. Monroe then maneuvered his vehicle, forcing the motorcycle against the guardrail, resulting in a collision between the two. Subsequently, the rider leaped over the wall and fled on foot. Corporal Josh Berry was arriving on scene at about the same time and witnessed the subject running. Haji clear, up at your bed. Oh, yeah, passenger, sir. Passenger, sir.
You want them in your car? They don't. Yeah, you can take them. I don't care. Right up here. Yeah. Hey, can you put them in the back of Robert's car? Thank you.
The driver was identified as Graham through his Arkansas state identification card. He was driving with a suspended license and without a motorcycle endorsement. A small .38 to .45 caliber pistol was found hidden in a compartment of the motorcycle near Sergeant Monroe. While on routine patrol on State Road 296, Michigan Avenue, an officer observed a gray Jeep Grand Cherokee speeding westbound at 104 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. The Jeep, which was also observed illegally passing in the center lane, fled after the officer activated his lights and siren for a traffic stop, driving aggressively and attempting to elude him.
104 miles an hour. On Bellevue. That's on Bellevue.
In a residential area with narrow streets, the vehicle continued to flee, maintaining speeds of 90 to 100 miles per hour. The police remained in pursuit, looking for an opportunity to safely execute a pit maneuver. At an intersection, taking advantage of the vehicle's reduced speed, the police performed a pit maneuver. The impact caused the vehicle to spin counterclockwise, but it was not enough to stop it. The driver regained control and fled in the opposite direction.
I hit him, he's still running. Remember, he's going back on Bellevue.
Moments later, another pit maneuver was executed, briefly lifting one of the vehicle's rear wheels. The driver lost control and swerved onto the shoulder. However, this was still not enough to bring the vehicle to a stop. As the driver returned to the road, a patrol car quickly closed in and made contact with the rear of the vehicle. However, the vehicle was able to continue fleeing. Subsequently, a series of pit maneuvers were attempted, but they were still unable to stop the vehicle from fleeing. The chase lasted nearly 15 minutes through the narrow streets of the residential area. The officers continued to look for an opportunity to execute a perfect pit maneuver to stop the vehicle. Finally, a precise pit maneuver was successfully executed, causing the vehicle to spin sideways. Another patrol car quickly moved in to block the driver's escape route. The officers then swiftly exited their vehicles and apprehended the driver.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! The other side, now! Get out! Get out that side! Come here, get out here! Get out here!
A search of the vehicle revealed marijuana and methamphetamine packaged for sale in the center console, including baggies of crystal substance found atop the suspect's ID. 2 baggies of brown powder pills were also found and will be sent for lab analysis. A bottle of promethazine was recovered from the driver's door pocket, and a digital scale along with more baggies were found in a backpack on the passenger seat.
Let mom know you're fine. Let that dog bite me, man. Let your mom know you're fine.
Are you okay?
No, my whole leg over here is hurting. You let that dog bite me,
The
man.
ambulance